What's going on, guys? Brother Rusher here, back with another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. And today we are taking on the Extreme Z Area Movie Edition. So this is actually something that they did recently where they took a lot of the EZA areas for all of the movie edition units. So anybody that was a movie hero, movie villain, that had like a EZA area, they took them and just combined them into just one EZA area like event. So like if we go in here, I mean, it's got literally every single one of them. They're all in here. And the other thing that happened is when they kind of like merged everything into one, they reset all of the missions, and then they also reset all of the stages. So there's a ton of stones that you can get for free if you already did this beforehand. So like if we go to the missions here, you can see that all of these are already completed, because a lot of them is to basically just EZA the units themselves. So it's like perform step 1 of the EZA, perform step 7 of the EZA. Like that's literally all it is for all of these units. And then the last one that's left is just for the Kid Trunks. So if you were to if we were to go over here, we can see how many stones that we actually get from this event. So if we go to the event itself, see there's 24 missions that are already completed. You get 13 stones plus 26 Zenny statues. But the other thing is when you actually go to this event here and you run all of these again, you're getting 2 stones every single time. So with this having 13 stages, you're getting a additional 26 stones on top of the 13 that you got from completing them to begin with. So I guess we can just kind of go through all of these real quick. The only problem is that I really wish they would have kept my teams together. So like for stage 1, we have to include Slug and Kaioken Goku. So let's, oh man. Oh, well, Slug and Kaioken Goku are already here. So for this one, I want to say, I think like Goku, he's just pure Saiyan. You're all types. Like this was like an old stage, so running something like this will kind of make it, yeah. So yeah, the old Piccolo is a friend lead, so this is only like a 40% lead, and plus these are all like these super old like setups. So if you already completed all of these, it doesn't matter which path you go down. You just have to go down, just go down one of the paths and just get the stage completed, essentially, is all you really need to do. Because other than that, everything's already done. Like, you've already EZA'd the unit beforehand, so you don't have to go back through and do it all over again. The only annoying part is when you have to go back in and remake the teams, because obviously nobody wants to have to go back in and remake these super old teams. Especially like me, I can't remember like what the teams even were to begin with half the time. So I'm just kind of going through and just creating teams. Like there's no way that we could not kill him right there, right? Like, is that a joke? He's literally one shot. Like we couldn't even additional and just like lightly tap him. Dokkan just doing Dokkan things to me. So, but either way, no worries there. Again, we clear this just like this. We get 2 stones, we get a couple medals, obviously, but it doesn't matter which path we take. So we complete this. If you complete it on Z hard, or if you complete it on super, you also get the Z hard clear as well. So we just go through all of these and just get them done literally this exact same way. And again, see, like, it doesn't matter which path we're going to go down because we've already awakened the unit. we've already easy ate them. So all of this is just me going through it again just to get some extra stones. Which obviously, you know, I'm sure people are not going to be upset about, because who doesn't love free stones? Now, this did also happen on the JP side of things. So people were able to do this also on the JP side. And I don't think that this was like a bug or anything. I don't think they ever went back in and fixed it. So I don't think you have like a real like time limit on how fast you have to get these done before they like fix them or they go away. I don't think they ever did. So as long as you just get these all cleared again, then yeah, you're gonna be perfectly solid. So yeah, I mean, if for any reason you didn't get any of these missions done like before, or you didn't easy A these units, then I kind of feel bad for you, because you're just missing out on a bunch of free stones. So this was the cooler one. Yeah. This one should be relatively easy. We can just bring pretty much like a Wicked Bloodline team. I don't think it really matters who we bring on here, because they're all gonna swipe the floor with them anyway. Yeah, and we got Goku as a leader, as an all types leader, so it doesn't really matter. We can bring the LR Mecha Frieza and King Cold, because they lead Wicked Bloodline, and everybody else on here except the Goku characters are getting a boost, and it's not like they're gonna need it, just because we're gonna probably one shot or one turn this, I should say. So we'll be perfectly fine here. Yeah, I remember doing a lot of these, obviously. I think the longest ones were the Metal Cooler like army squad, the ones that have like one of every single typing, because you have to go through and you have to fight every single one of them. Oh look, we got a link level. But yeah, you have to go through like all 5 of them individually, and ugh, they're literally like the longest fights, it feels like. So we'll do this. Okay, so we have to bring that cooler, so that makes it even better. We can just bring literally the exact same team, except we can just add him. I guess it doesn't really matter. These are easy A areas, plus these units are way too powerful for like this easy A area specifically, so I'm not worried about who we're bringing here. Now, the one thing I think what I'll probably do is, instead of going through and clearing like every single stage, making sure I got like all the medals and everything of the Kid Trunks one, I'll just go through and will, you know, just at least get the clear on the stages. So that way we have that in the video. And you know, other than that, I'll just go through and kind of complete it on my own. So that way you guys don't have to sit here and watch me go through every single, like go through the event multiple times and get those medals. I mean, we're only on 4. We still have 5, 6. I mean, we got all the way up to 13. So definitely don't have to do that to you guys. Who do we have to bring here? The Metal Cooler. So yeah, we'll just bring you. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. All these are easy. We're not worried about what the typing is, what the type disadvantage is. We're just here to get these missions completed or get the stages completed. Get those, you know, sweet, juicy 26 stones or whatever it is that we're getting. And then plus, we're gonna get the obvious like whatever units you've already had awakened, you're getting the extra 13 stones there. So we definitely love to see that. But I think, yeah, I think a lot of these like next missions, these were all from, I want to say, the worldwide celebration of like the Cooler and Goku. So yeah, like these ones are you just have to bring like the Metal Cooler army, and yeah, like we can bring you. I mean, we can just do it by extreme class. Like, yeah, the rest of these don't matter. Who cares? I'm just gonna be picking them at random because they're all pretty much on the same leader skill anyway. Or you can just bring the full like Metal Cooler army here, and they're all gonna get the same leader skill, so you can do it that way as well. Even though all of them, like every single one of them, it's kind of funny that every single one of these like Metal Coolers, they all lead a different category, but they're all on those categories, which is kind of hilarious. Oh no, we didn't get him killed on the first shot. I think what I'll probably do is I'll just I'll just actually make a full like Metal Cooler army team, and then that way when this starts we don't have to sit here and go through it every single time, like, yep, had to make another team, yep, had to make another team. Like the team will already be there and ready to go. Do that, and hey, you guys are getting support from this Metal Cooler. Actually, I think the STR one supports as well. It's been so long since I've actually used them, but yeah, I think they support too. Which, by the way, this like Metal Cooler army, you could bring them for like as battlefield units for like stage 1. They would probably perform pretty well considering they're free to play and they have an easy A. So if you wanted to bring them instead of like the Ginyu Force or something, that option is always there. So yeah, what we'll do is, well, actually, I think the only thing we got to do is just swap them out for one other like Metal Cooler. So I think you always have to bring like the type disadvantage one, or the type disadvantage is the enemy that you face, but if you, whatever stage you go through, that's the one that you have to bring. So like we're doing the tech phase, so obviously the tech one is the one that's required here. But at least like the friend unit that we get is type advantage over whatever stage we're going through. Hopefully this Frieza will just one-shot him right here. No, he didn't. Kinda disappointed in you, not gonna lie. But this should do it, I'd assume. Hopefully. Yeah, this Metal Cooler is a very good lead for this extreme class team. Though I think King Cold and Frieza might be like 10% better, but I think this Metal Cooler just gives them like Ki +4. Alright, so now we just need to bring the int type, and next we got the STR and then Fizz, and then there was another Metal Cooler that they had here, which had a farmable, he was like a farmable SSR, so you could actually farm him up for all of the Metal Coolers and kind of save yourself the headache is the best way to put it. So there's a extra Metal Cooler stage that you'll have to do, but it's not really that big of a deal. But enough about that. Let's talk about the main unit here that is like the main unit that's getting EZA from this EZA area, and it is the Tech Kid Trunks. So the Tech Kid Trunks is the one that you can actually farm up from the Wrath of the Dragon Dragon Ball Story event, since that one just got like air quoting here, revamped. Even though all they did was just move it from the like event section to the Dragon Ball Story section and made it permanent. You can farm them up from there. Plus there is a farmable support memory from over there. So it's something you should definitely get done. I did make a separate video on that event and like what team you can bring to essentially clear all the missions in one go instead of having to do like multiple ones. So if you guys haven't checked that out yet, definitely make sure you do. But this Kid Trunks here, so as a free-to-play unit, his leader skill becomes a movie hero category key 3 77%, or tech type key 3 50% attack and defense. So not really anything, you know, spectacular, obviously, because he is a free-to-play unit, so he's gonna have free-to-play unit abilities. On his super attack, he stacks attack, he raises defense for a turn, and then causes supreme damage to the enemy. And then he does actually have a unit super. So the unit super can be activated with a Tapion attacking in the same turn. And when you do that, he still stacks attack. He greatly raises defense for one turn. He causes supreme damage, and then he performs a crit for the entire turn. So it's not bad. Like the effects of it isn't bad. However, the only problem is there's only one technically like free to play Tapion, which is like the physical one that you would have to like farm up essentially. Nobody wants to ever farm that Tapion ups, which I don't blame them. I wouldn't either. But to get that unit super off, you do have a free to play option that you can use, which I believe like by Gacha law, you have to have a like free to play equivalent of a new unit in order for them to be like allowed to be used. But his passive, he gets 120% attack and defense. He gets an additional attack and defense plus 100% when he performs a super. He has a medium chance of performing a crit. He gets a additional attack and defense plus 15% per movie hero category allies on the team. Attacked enemies attack minus 20% for 2 turns. And then he gets key plus 2 and all allies defense plus 40% when there is a ally whose name includes Tapion on the team, or when there's a movie bosses category enemy. So you technically could bring him against like movie bosses units. Oh look, this is a new one. Would you do this? So again, not a whole lot of options here. We could just bring this Goku as a like, you just bring a full Super Saiyan team, and then him. So yeah, we'll just rock it with that team right there. The Android 13 obviously is not getting anything, but the rest of the team is for sure getting a pretty decent boost. And then the other thing that this Trunks does is attack enemies defense minus 30% for 2 turns. Key plus 2 and all allies attack plus 40% when there's a ally whose name includes Tapion in the same turn, or when there's a enemy movie bosses category, or when there's a movie bosses category enemy, I should say. I don't know why I said that backwards like that, but yeah, if you bring this Tapion, he's basically a movie hero support unit. As long as you're fighting either a movie boss's enemy or if you have Tapion attacking in the same turn. So I don't, you know, I'm not upset about that because it is actually really nice to have a like bring a support unit for movie heroes, because they don't really have many options support wise. So let's pick you off, we'll bring you. So it's just the same fight, but you're just fighting a different android. So you just take the old Android 13 off, and then you just swap them for the androids 15 and 14. Yeah, 14 and 15. I can't remember which ones they were. Yeah, so you just essentially take one out, swap them with the other, and then just get right back into this fight and just get it done really quick. So I really hope that the one thing that they do, I would really love for them to put all of these other like EZA areas and just kind of consolidate them and put them together as just one stage. And I really want them to revamp like the UI of like where EZAs are and everything like that. Like, we have a EZA section. Why can't they make like a subsection for that? Like, if you click on EZA, it's got an actual like subsection for EZAs, and then another subsection for just EZA areas. Because I feel like if they did that, then it'll actually like help you with being able to figure out where everything is. So we're here in the last one. So storied figures or siblings bond. I guess you could Bronk if you wanted to. He's giant form. You're just tech type. I guess you could bring them as a leader, because they give Key +3 and 130% attack and defense when you bring a unit of every typing. So if we bring you, that's Fizz, that's HEL, that's Tech, and then we need Int, and then we need STR. So we'll just bring it just like this. I guess, yeah, having the Kid Trunks as the leader makes sense. But yeah, look at this. This is the new revamped, obviously, EZA area stages. So this is essentially what we want to see. These are the EZA areas that I like, where it's just a nice straight line. You don't have to go off any kind of like beaten path or anything like that. So I am happy to see that they did do that. Hey, look, we can get the unit super attack off and see what it looks like. Oh, throw him the ocarina, he plays some music, and then Kid Trunks just slashes him. Not bad. But yeah, this is essentially the Kid Trunks that you're gonna be EZAing. So make sure you get these stages done. Again, it's free stones. And then on top of that, you just obviously want to make sure that you EZA all of the units. But there we go. I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna go through every single one until you get enough medals to awaken the Trunks. All he needs is, it's 15 bronze medals, 40 silver medals, and then 30 gold and 30 rainbow medals. And then that'll be enough medals to EZA the Trunks. So there you guys go. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. We'll do this. We'll collect all the missions that we currently have. So there's 12 stones plus 24 statues. There's only 2 left, which is for the Trunks, which I'll get done off cam. So there you guys go. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. And if you guys did, consider hitting that like button. And if you guys are new here, consider subscribing as well. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye guys.